Good morning, everyone. Today, we want to continue discussing this morning about rising above adversity, overcoming adversity. We had just wrapped up a webinar, and I like to immediately, while it's fresh on my mind, just post something to YouTube that we discussed at the webinar. For those of you that know me, know of my rough situation that I had to get over, a really rough ordeal in overcoming adversity. And if I can do it, if I can rise above the adverse situations, the hell that I had to go through, so can you too. We have all lost our desire and ambitions at some point in our life, and running out of steam when we needed it the most. Then feeling more miserable over our loss of purpose or energy, and even more miserable contemplating the effort that we see ahead of us, just trying to get back on our feet and overcoming adversity. Hello, everyone. This is James Nussbaumer. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the author of two great, fabulous books published by Ozark Mountain Publishing Company. I write from the principles contained in A Course in Miracles, and a third book is on its way to be released soon, which will wrap up a 3-book trilogy. And I've got more material on the way too. All 3 books published by Ozark Mountain Publishing Company. And for those of you that are on my newsletter list, you will get a copy of the first 2 books of the ever-developing series. But let's get back to overcoming adversity. You, like me, may have been taught to trust yourself. We've heard it before. Just tell yourself you can do it, others have told us. Or you can do anything you set your mind to. And my favorite one is just work a little bit harder and you can make it. Let's take these loving thoughts, though, these loving, well-intended lessons by well-meaning family members and friends. Let's just take this to another level, to the level where our real mind and our real self can overcome the adversity. If you are trusting in strength on your own, I mean, in trusting on your own physical strength, so to speak, or the strength that your body puts out, if you are trusting on strength all by yourself, you have every reason to be apprehensive and anxious and fearful and very lonely. What is there in yourself? What is there within you that you can predict or control? What is there in you that can be counted on? What is in you that gives you the recognition of the right solution and the guarantee that you can overcome adversity and achieve the life that you just so rightfully deserve? Your ego-based self, which is that fearful and doubting aspect in us, can do none of these things. To believe that you can is to put your trust where trust is unwarranted. It is to justify your fear, your anxiety, depression, sorrow, and anger. Who can put their faith in weakness and feel safe? That's what the ego is. The ego is in us all, but it's elusive in its weakness, and it can never feel safe. On the flip side of the coin, though, who can put their faith in strength and feel weak? God is your safety in every circumstance and is how you can overcome adversity. He is in you, and the Holy Spirit, which is often confused as some kind of outside spirit that comes to us. God is in you, and the Holy Spirit is your inner natural guide within you, bringing the messages through the darkness of the ego into the light of who you are, which is God, bringing the messages to you, communicating to you. That is the Holy Spirit. His voice speaks for him. His voice speaks for God in all situations, telling you exactly what to do in order to call upon his strength. His protection is guaranteed. There are no exceptions because God has no exceptions, and the voice that speaks for him knows all of this. Here's a great exercise that I have come up with, and I've taken it from lessons in the 365-day course inside of A Course in Miracles. So here's the exercise that can help you to overcome adversity. It's an exercise that I use quite often, and it's called There Is Another Way of Looking at the World. I want you to reach past your own weakness to your source, the source of who you are. of the source of your own real strength. Only you know how to locate that. This will take all the truth that you are about. So put your truthful cap on and go within. Touch base with your source. Go ahead. Find that source with a capital S. Find that source right now. In this exercise, sit in a comfortable position and get a great in and out breathing technique going. I like to breathe in through my nose and out through the mouth. Get a good technique going, a meditation type breathing technique going for you, while repeating these words within yourself or within your mind. Simply and lovingly to yourself say, there is another way of looking at the world. God is the strength in which I trust. That's it. And I'll repeat it one more time. There is another way of looking at the world. God is the strength in which I trust. That's it. That's simple. Put all your love and your full heart into those words. For example, you could say it, or you can rearrange the words any way you want, as I often do. For example, you may want to say, there is another way of looking at the world, and now I can see that God is the strength in which I trust. Try to put a rhythm to this as you start your day and going about your day, the day ahead of you. You are now trying to slip past all concerns related to your own sense of inadequacy. You will feel the ego in you, the weak ego in you, trying to nudge you from your resolve by insisting you are still inadequate in overcoming adversity. But understand, it is obvious that any situation that causes you concern is associated with these feelings of inadequacy. Otherwise, you would believe that you could deal with the situation successfully. What I mean is, it is not by trusting yourself that you will gain confidence. You will come to sense the strength of God within you rather than outside of you. The strength of God in you as successful in all things, which makes you successful in all things. If you think about it that way, it makes life a lot easier. The recognition of your own frailty is a necessary step in the correction of your errors. One of the errors of thinking is that God is located somewhere out there. That causes us fear of the unknown, but God is really within. But the necessary step in the correction of errors is hardly sufficient to give you the confidence you need, but which you are entitled to. So you must also gain an awareness that the confidence in your real strength is fully justified in every aspect and in all circumstances. Now, when you practice the exercise, try to reach deep in your mind to a place of real safety and security and inner peace. You will start to recognize that you've reached it if you feel a sense of deep peace and security going on within you, however brief it might be, even if it's only for an instant. Grab onto that instant and relish it, and know that there will be other instants, keeping your mind open to other instances coming to you where you will be afforded that same strength. Next, let go of all trivial things that churn and burn on the surface of your mind. They mean nothing. There is a place within you where there is perfect peace. There is a place where nothing is impossible. This is where the strength of God abides within you, not outside of you. Again, here is your exercise for overcoming adversity. There is another way of looking at the world, and now I can see that God is the strength in which I trust. Take this deep within yourself, contemplate it, and be at one with these words. To the best in you. And by the way, I just wanted to let you know, and the main reason I cut this video is to let you know I'm just a regular guy who had to overcome adversity myself. And that story is in my books. If you would like to get a copy, you can find it at my website. But I'm just a regular guy living my purpose, and I would love for you to reach out to me here and join my newsletter list, which is, if you're at YouTube watching this, down below in the description box is a link that will take you to my Real Abundance page of my website, and there will be plenty of opportunity for you to click and find out how to join and get a subscription to my newsletter. You can also reach me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube if you're here, and Google Plus. I wish the best to you, and I hope you're thinking a lot about your own life and the real joy and peace that you have in you to extend. Notice I said in you, it's not without you, that you have within you, which is God, that you can extend out to everyone you meet. Rise above adversity. Do the exercises, and don't let that ego, that nasty, weak-kneed ego in you, ruin your day. Once again, thank you again, and God bless.